Hey guys, Adam here from the Tint Academy, and we have one fail that we commonly see when people that come through our course, and that's our top edge cut. With our top edge cut, it's one of the most important cuts that we want to make, and in this window we have just a fail. So the top of our glass is going to be rounded. As you can see with this cut, the tinter tried to go as flush to the top as possible. If I were to run my finger over top, we can see that's going to fail. Typically the standards are 1/8 of an inch gap between the top edge and the top of the film. If you don't leave that gap, we're going to have failing, which is going to have this peel every time they roll up the window, and it's going to hold a bunch of excess water, which is not going to cure when it comes up to the top. So now I'm going to show you how to actually make that. There's two ways. Either when we install a film, we can leave that gap. There's going to be a special squeegee pattern we're going to do, or we can file or trim the top edge. So we just showed you a fail when it's up too high over top of the glass edge. And I'm gonna show you how to properly install it so you get a nice seamless cut. You're not gonna have that failing or that peeling off. So we're doing this with the bottom load. If you're unfamiliar with bottom load, we have a lot of videos down below of how to actually do this bottom load. So a lot of tinters, when they install this, are gonna stand over top of it. If you stand over top of it, you cannot see that proper gap. When I'm coming down to tint, I want to come right underneath it. I want to leave about 1/8 of an inch gap right here, lining all the way up. Now the other way we'll do it as well is if I leave a little bit of overhang, I can run my knife or I can file that edge so I get a seamless cut. We have this film on the glass. I'm going to take my squeegee and I'm going to squeegee across the top and across the top. Here we're going to make the letter T, then come back down. Once I made that letter T, I'm going to come across. Now we're doing this very softly, just to tack the film into the glass. Once I make that letter T, I'm going to do a hard squeegee, as hard as I can, hold that film into place, coming across the top to make sure we ensure that top edge cut. Once I make that T, I'm going to take my easy reach, come across the top, and lock in the side. And lock in the side. Now one more further step I can do is I can take my hard card with my microfiber towel and I'm going to heat seal the top edge. This is going to prevent it from peeling. It's going to keep that nice edge. A lot of tinters, when they roll up that window, they're going to get that film that's going to shift around a little bit. So put my heat gun on high, and as I come across, I'm going to just take all that extra liquid right out of the top edge of the film. Now that's the way that we get a nice top edge cut to prevent fading and peeling when we go to install. Tonight. So my name is Adam and we're teaching the Tint Academy course where we certify professional window tinters for residential and cars. So we teach everything from assessing a car, cleaning a car, prepping it, and actually tinting the windows. So these guys can start charging customers and making a little bit of money while tinting cars out in their communities. It's a 2-day course, it's a 3rd day hands-on. So these guys spent all weekend learning the protocols, step by step of how to actually tint the window. They can go, we also give them all the marketing and all the pictures so they can start posting immediately on their social networks to gain customers. They can start actually doing this the next Monday, which is tomorrow. 2 weeks from now, they actually spend a full day with one of our instructors doing cars and getting paid on those cars as well. It's caught in the crossfire.